Okay, it does look like we are live, and in keeping with my normal way of doing business, I'm going to start the stream by taking a drink. Ah, there we go. Okay. We're going ahead and I don't know if I'm going to keep on bonus streams because I did a bonus stream on Saturday and then I'm doing another one now. But I am being a little bit more, how do you say, sorry, I just got some brace issues. I got braces at the moment. I put in some those real rubber bands for the first time after 3 days, and my teeth immediately started screaming at me. So I think I'm going to put them in later, maybe tonight when I go to sleep. But anyway, enough about my braces. We are getting back, and we're just going to do some more streaming. We're just going to do another few hours and see how we go. And the main thing I want to get done is red belts, because I've been teasing red belts for about 15 episodes now, maybe 10, but we haven't actually built him yet because steel has always been a really big problem. But now I think is the time. But first of all, we're going to be doing a few things at once. We're going to be doing red belts, but I'm also going to be having a crack at the crystal catalysts. We're going to make sure that the mineral catalysts are working correctly. And the first, well, what we need right now for the mineral catalyst is this guy, this barreling pump. We've created a couple, but we never actually automated the barreling pumps. So a bunch of those are not actually going to be working. And gears, pipes, steel. Are you crapping me? Every single thing that's here is what it needs. Shift. Oh, apparently we can't make a tree long. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Pick up from there. Make them tiny. And barreling pump. And it looks like there are passive provider chests. Maybe I should automate passive provider chests. That seems like something that I should probably do. Because I use them, and every single time I use them, I'm like, oh, I hope I have enough of them. All they take is steel and electronic circuits. Yeah. So let's go ahead and do that. Shift L, Shift L. I could probably store them in here as well. And drop. And you are going to be red, and you are going to be steel. Okay, that's beautiful. Now, one very, very disappointing thing that I found out while playing around yesterday, because I don't actually make any progress between streams, but I do play around, and I've been doing it more recently. I sort of play around and I plan it, I have a look at everything, and I figure out what I'm going to do next on the next stream. And what I figured out is that this worker robot cargo size does not actually work for construction robots. They will always take one robot. I mean, they'll always take one item. They will never, like, if they'll never get assigned 2 pipes at the same time and then transport 2 pipes over. They'll only ever get one. So it kind of sucks. Because it's not really buying us anything. Now, in the long term, we could get buffer chests set up with a bunch of stuff, and then the construction robots will go to the buffer chests, and the logistics robots who fill those buffer chests will have the cargo size. So it will be a quicker overall, but right now we don't have any buffer chests. So the only way that the cargo robot size actually affects things is when the construction robots disassemble stuff, when they break stuff down, and when the logistics bots move around. So right now the logistics bots giving me the filter frames, they will be bringing me 2 at a time. from now on when they start actually moving it around. But construction robots, it won't help, which is very disappointing. But yeah, it's annoying. I can't wait till we get, what is it? I've mentioned it a few times now, but the construction robots 4. Nuclear-powered construction robots 4. Once we get that, once we get these guys, we could just dump 20,000, 30,000 robots in the system. And we don't need to worry about power, we just need to worry about UPS. And since they'll only be used for construction purposes, any UPS problems they generate will be very short-lived. And I'm not planning on doing any logistics robot based bases except for the mall. Eventually we're going to have a big mega mall somewhere. I'm still not sure where we want to have that yet. I'm kind of thinking maybe towards the middle of the base because that would be better for construction robots, but I think maybe for expansibility it would be better to have the mall out in the middle of nowhere. And then for construction robots will be a pain to actually build stuff, but again, we can set up strategic buffer chests to help deal with that. For now, though, let's go ahead, make sure that barreling... Of course, it requires actual... Not sure if that matters, but it requires actual guys to come over here and actually build this stuff, which is going to take a little bit of a while because the robots, obviously, they have their queues. It shouldn't take that long, though. I mean, robots should already be assigned to these tasks. There we go. See, the assembly machine just got... So, if you've got 5,000 robots in the network and you've got enough goods in the chests, if you're not waiting for more goods to be made, then a robot should be assigned immediately to that task. Now, what may end up taking it a while is, yes, a robot could be assigned directly, but the thing is, you've been building this for 10 minutes, which means all of your robots which are unassigned are probably sitting in a bunch of chests over here, like the 240. So the next robot that builds that assembler back at your starter base is a robot that's happened to be sitting in this roboport here. And what's the name of this? Oh, they all got their own weird names. It's very strange. I could have sworn... Where was it? I could have sworn there was a weird name in here somewhere. I'm gonna have a look for it. Just a sec. See if I can find it again. I'm assuming Catherine Rooney. Okay. I saw it out of the corner of my eye and I'm like, did they name a roboport based on Catherine of Sky? But no, Catherine Ruby. Completely different. But anyway, so the roboport has to go all the way over from the other side of the map. And 90% of the time is just to travel down here. And then once they get there, they pick up a belt, they put it down straight away, and it's all good. But anyway, so we're going to wait for those barreling pumps to set up. I am going to sit here and wait for these filter frames to get here, because we want to put 200 filter frames in each stack, and we've got 9 stacks that do not have filter frames yet. So we're going to sit there and we're going to wait. And we've almost, actually we do have some mineral catalysts actually coming down to a station. So it's a very good starting point for us. But anyway, now we're going to go back down here and we're going to start working on, we might want to fix up some other things as well. Like, where is it, for example? This guy right here, okay, this is producing all of the underground pipes for our entire base. And as you can see right here, we are missing 1,900 of the bloody things. So it's probably not a bad idea to improve those a little bit. Okay, apparently we do not have those automated. I believe the assemblers are using a very old mall. Okay, I don't want to put that there. This is another one that probably needs to go here. So this one, That's steel, right? Okay, so everything it needs is over here. And then this one. Iron gear, and basic circuits. I do like the fact that we kind of got alternating. So we got the basics. Well, this is not quite basic, but we got like basic stuff, and then we got advanced stuff, and then we kind of alternate and go back and forward, and that's how we build everything. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We're gonna have this guy. And you are going to be gears, and I'd love to make that a red thing, but obviously it's going to be a little bit difficult. And you go up there somewhere, and then actually probably just make that there, pick up over there. And I'm not sure there's any point actually putting these guys in a box. I don't think we need to. I think we just build them. They're already in a box somewhere else, so we'll just build these guys like normal. Okay. There's always something. There's always something that goes wrong with these builds. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Iron. Okay, it's all within the logistics network. We got some gears coming out over here. We could put pipes over here as well on the other side if we wanted to. But that's all good. Okay. Let's give ourselves a bit more room. And let's start thinking about how we do red belts. I don't think I'm going to go as far as blue belts. We're going to need a little bit of blue belts later on, but mainly the thing is blue belts are actually required for pink science, which is very interesting. So by the time we get up to pink science, well, once we get up to pink science, we'll get this, and then we'll have the mega ball, and then we won't have to worry about it anymore. So I won't worry about blue belts here. We'll just worry about red belts. So these require basic transport belts. These require transport belts. Basic underground belts. Underground belts. Basic, yeah, basic splitters and splitters. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start off. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to start off here. So basically these are going to be our gear buildings. On one side we're going to be making steel gears. On the other side we're going to be making iron gears. Because we need a buttload of both of them. So you are going to be going here. There's some iron. I'm not sure if we have enough steel to really support this, but we're going to see how we do. And then over there, so we just copy and paste like so, which is a nice thing you can do when everything's still a ghost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is going to be steel gear wheels. which is two per second input, which we can handle with these inserters. Again, 2 per second input should be fine. If we place those inserters slightly differently, we could probably save ourselves some power poles, but it's all good. All right, now let's have a look. Okay, so the splitters still require steel gear wheels. That's annoying. That didn't used to be the case. Who decided that was going to be a thing? What a pain in the ass. Okay. Alright. So the basic ones do require a bit of tin and a bit of bronze. Okay. Let's get that belt set up. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, now the bot's coming along really helpfully, really quickly. Tin and then bronze is all the way down here, isn't it? Again, do not build your main bus like this. It is trash. And why is there only one gap here? Who decided that was a good idea? I don't know. It's a terrible main bus design, but it is what it is. Alright. How are we going to do this? Alright. So undergrounds only need tin and bronze as well. They also need stone. So what we might do is we might do the undergrounds over here. Something like that anyway. Yeah. Oh, here's an idea, actually. There we go. Now we're going to have like so, and like so. So we're going to have basic, yellow, and red. I really don't like that. That's a little bit janky, but I'll live with it. All right, so we got iron and iron gears. We didn't actually bother to bring iron up here. You don't require iron here. You don't require iron here. Okay, so iron is going there. Could just do that. I'm not sure how. There should still be iron on this belt afterwards, so there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and actually use red. Probably just use red for everything here. Not sure if that's going to mess up my inserters, whether the inserters are now no longer C3. Okay, let's upgrade these. Actually, we only need to upgrade the outside ones, don't we? Because the inside ones don't need to be upgraded. So that is now going to be... So if these are now 3, that's a total of 9, 18. So right now we're already completely tapping out the steel one, but we'll just have to see how we go with that. All right. Okay. For now, we'll just have these simple, like that. 3 per second. And the red ones will be the ones that we actually put into a chest. And obviously, we'll upgrade these eventually. These belts. But we've got some stuff going through already, which is nice. Steel not yet, but I saw the belt and I thought, oh man, we've completely tanked steel, but no, we're just getting some... Unfortunately, the bots have to pick up a whole bunch of crap before they can put stuff down, which is very annoying, but we got some gears coming out. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we'll do that stuff like that. Okay. So again, we're going to put some chests here. Very, very simple chests. And I think over here... Nope, that's not right. Okay, and done. And then this is going to be undergrounds, undergrounds, and better undergrounds. 1, 2, 3. And then this one we don't actually need. 0.37, 0.75. Okay, so that actually needs a bigger one, although probably a little bit of a waste. Oh, you don't actually need the belts. You just need the thing. Do these... No, you don't need those either. That's silly. Okay. Okay, well, that's fine then. We could put some belts here, actually. That's not actually... Oh, some... Yeah. We'll make every side have a chest. Just to be safe. Alright. Alright, we finally got some steel coming through. Not a lot, but it is what it is. So we're not actually going to have too many steel belts. Red belts. We have, yeah, little as possible. 1 stack of those. 2 stacks of those. Because we still got fairly limited steel. And I really don't want to be tanking it too hard too early, because yeah, it's just gonna so you just need gears. Alright, so you're good. You need gears as well. I assume all of these guys need gears. Yep. Gears. This one needs tin as well. Gears and gears. Okay, well we'll get some stuff over here soon. Bronze and gears. I think this gear belt we're gonna have solely for the undergrounds, because undergrounds just use so many gears. Okay. Yep. Yeah, so that one, make that a long, and that's just a short. And then you don't need gears at all. You need stone. Okay, let's get some stone up here. So a little bit of an awkward place to get stone out. So a very awkward place to get stone out. I think we got it though. Needs 3 stone. Alright, let's get that. Alright, so that one's done. That one's done. That one's done. You're done. You're done. You're done. copper, tin and basic circuits. We can steal a bit of this. It's turning into a very janky mall sort of design, but I'm fine with that. Green circuits and bronze plate. Again, do the same thing. And then we just need the circuit. So we need the green, and we need the basic, and we need some copper. Okay. I'll probably just have the copper by itself on its own belt. Needs to be actually made, doesn't it? Technically, should be like that. Alright, give me copper wires, please. Yeah, that should be enough. And then we need you and you and you. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Probably don't need this one then. Okay, might as well use the fancy inserters. Actually, no, let's put that there. Alright. That'll take care of that. So we've got some red belts. We've got red undergrounds already, which are being built way faster than I would have thought. Steel is kind of okay still. It'll get used a lot, but we're not buffering a lot of steel, so it should be fine. What am I doing here? That's wrong. You need to go up here. You need to go up here. And we can move this up. No, we can just leave it there. Okay. Alright. Let's have a look. How many of these things have we got? We're getting close. We're getting very close. We got a lot of these barreling pumps. Barreling pumps have all been set up. Sulfuric acid. All looks pretty good. And, well, I would say they're pretty much waiting for the things, but the truth is they're very, very low on pipes. We're still waiting with bated breath. How am I getting stuck in here? I've got the squeak through mod installed, so I shouldn't be getting stuck here. All right, give me all of your canisters. You do not need them anymore. Even if you're missing 100 underground pipes, you should still have the sulfuric acid somewhere in the system. Alright. Alright. Now, I can start dropping this stuff off as well, because we might as well get it done. And it's good at least to see that all of the coal is ending up at the right spot. So our designs are pretty sweet. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That messes up the numbers a little bit, but it's fine. 200, and then the last two, we're just going to sit and wait for the bots to give us the rest. And we're good to go. So yeah, red belt's pretty much done. We got some undergrounds. which is very nice. And yeah, 272. All right. So this design is dependent on red belts for some of it. Now, we did say that, what is this producing? It's producing approximately 2 per second. And we've got, where does it start and where does it end? It's very confusing. Okay. 2 per second times 20 is 40 per second. So that means that these two are expected to be red belts because they're doing 20 per second each. Here we could probably deal with some of the side ones being done, but I think I'm just going to upgrade them all. So yellow to red, yellow underground to red underground, and so that is all here down to this point where they split up. 3.2k, that's a fair amount of belts, but we should be okay. All right, now here, each one of these produces 12 per second. So technically we don't need that one. Do need this one up to there. And then for these guys, you're getting split, aren't you? So I'm going to try and be, I'm not going to just smash everything because we are still, even though we've got a ton of steel, it's not exactly coming into our base as fast as it could. And I don't want to be upgrading. Okay, so that's being split there. That one's joining, so that's 6 plus 12 is 18. So yeah, that one does need to be upgraded. Yeah, the steel isn't coming in like super duper fast. So I still feel like it would be better to not make everything red. Like in the past, a lot of the time I'll just upgrade everything to red. Just absolutely everything. Just throw it in red and it's all good. Now, having said that, these are fast bulk inserters and their speed is 5.71 per second. So they're not going to be able to keep up, but we really don't have a choice because we don't have anything better than a fast bulk inserter. Yeah, the fast I mean, it's as fast as we can get. I mean, inserter. We could get inserter capacity bonus and bulk inserter capacity bonus. Actually, bulk inserter capacity bonus adds +1. So if we adding +1 is going to add 25%. So they right now they're like 5.7, which is 11.4, which is 22.8. 22.8 plus 25% is 5.71. So 22.8 plus is 27.8 is 28.5. So even if we give them +1 capacity bonus, it gets it a lot closer, but it's still only like 28.5, which is not 30. Yeah, and this one, unlike in vanilla, when you do you've got an inserter capacity bonus, which affects everything, and then you've got the bulk one, which affects only bulk. But in this case, the normal one doesn't affect anything. So we could either get 2 levels of this, which is 500 blue science, which is actually not too hard out of range. We could probably manage that. We could also get express inserters, but then we have to deal with brass and aluminium, which we are going to have to deal with sooner rather than later. But is something that I don't really have to want to deal with too much. I mean, right now we're doing 22. So even when these get upgraded to 30, we'll take care of 22 of that. So it's still better than just having pure yellow belts. But anyway, we're just going to let that go for now. We still need to get a bunch more of these filter frames. Meanwhile, well, we've got steel going. We could increase steel at the moment, if you remember correctly. We've actually got these steel coils that we're going through, but yeah. We don't exactly have a huge amount of steel being produced. Like, we're using up a quarter of this belt at the moment to produce a full yellow belt. But if we go up to our base here, we're actually only producing a quarter of a yellow belt, even here. To fix that, we need to increase this to a red belt, which I think is built for a red belt. But then, obviously, we'd have to go down to here, have to upgrade that to a red belt, which means you have to need to upgrade all those 4 to red belts. And we swiftly start to get to the point where we have to upgrade half the base to red belts. So it's kind of a... It's very, very crazy. Speaking of upgrading things, what is the deal here? You're still just waiting on pipes, are you? Iron pipes. Alright, this definitely needs to be fixed. Pick up. And yeah, you're not going to get any faster than that. So yellow guys, all you need. I don't actually even need a second one. Just one is fine. Kind of taken off the belt in a janky way, but it's all good. So, that is going to fix our mineral catalyst for a very long time. Am I up to... I'm over 200, okay. So we've just got one more setup to go. And if we have a look down here at the belts, we do actually have 2 different places spitting out mineral catalyst. I thought it would be more. What's the deal with the rest of you guys? It's pipe problems, isn't it? You're all really, really desperate for underground pipes. Everybody wants... They're underground pipes and some washing machines. That's what everybody is missing right now. Okay, well, we just helped out underground pipes a fair bit. So, I want to kind of duplicate these and get crystal catalyst on the way, but I think we'll wait for this underground pipe crisis to fix itself a little bit more. Wait for it to build up a little bit more red belts. So let's go ahead and get some other stuff going. Okay. One thing that we need to get going is solder, actually. So we're going to get some solder coils. Solder, we're going to use the lead and tin. We haven't even got zinc yet, so lead and tin is the way to go. Molten solder. So it's going to be 2 belts of lead, 2 belts of tin mixed together in induction furnaces. I don't think we've done anything precisely like that at the moment. We mixed in a little bit of copper over here. So we could probably copy this base, actually. Just this bit, though. And it's not a pure one, so I'm going to actually put it over here. We're going to start putting electronic component related stuff in the middle. I see you, PowerPoint. I see you are in the way. So that means that this needs to go down by 2. So we got tin over there. So this is going to be lead. But I mean, this is 33 for 30. There's all the same ratios. And then we get solder coil. We got the water. Well, we will have the water once we get our water filled. Sometimes it just doesn't want to work. But water. There we go. There's the water. Now, lead is the bottom one. Okay. So these need to be flipped. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay. It's not mixing it together at this level. It's mixing it together at this level. Because it produces molten solder. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, we don't need this guy. I'm going to do there, and we're going to do there. Get rid of these. Don't need them. In fact, we can probably just get rid of this stack entirely because it's got way too much belt shenanigans in here. And then we'll just go down like this and grab the copper one. You are not needed. Let's do some math real quick, actually. So we have 2 belts of lead and 2 belts of tin. So that's going to be 60 of lead and 60 of tin. 60 of lead and 60 of tin. 60 times 20 is 1200. So we're going to have 1200 molten solder. And 1200 divided by 20 is 60. So we're actually going to have two full belts of this stuff coming out. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't think we need them to be right next to each other. So we're not going to mess with the power poles. We're just going to do this. And we will actually need. Could I have just been doing this the whole time? Just like putting it in there. Because I've been sending it down the side like this and doing wacky things. Okay, apparently it works. You know what? It looks a little bit janky because it means the underground goes like this. So I'm just actually going to keep doing it this way. Is that right? How are these? I forget how these do it. It does go across. Maybe I need to bring it down one more. Oh. Yeah, that's it. And then it goes down like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Whether we're actually going to need that much solder, probably not, but yeah. So this is molten solder. We might actually not need that many machines because right now we've got 10 machines. So we actually only need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 because yeah, they're so much faster. Now, first of all, get rid of these trees, please. Okay. And then we're going to get rid of these belts temporarily. And then we're going to do our mixing thing. So that each of these belts is divided. And let's do it like this instead. All right. No, it's not what I meant to do. It's a bit hard with all these bloody trees here, but we will make do, and that should be it. So now we've got lead and tin and lead and tin. It doesn't really matter what order we do it in, but... So let's get some unload stations going on here. I'll make tin first. So you are tin ingots. And then you are tin ingots. Nope, that's nickel. We do not want nickel. That will be all sorts of pain. Not that we actually have nickel in the system at the moment, but I'm sure in 10 hours I'll come back and be like, why isn't this station working? What the hell's going on here? Alright, and then we just need a couple of things going on here. Load station. And that's going to be solder coils. And solder coils. That's a silver wire coil. That's not a solder coil. Down here. I did it right for both of them, right? Yep, solder coils. Okay. And we need to make sure we fix that up. Okay, beautiful. Bots are all good. How are we doing over here? Have I got another? I do have another 200. Okay, beautiful. We continue to be in pipe hell. It's working pretty well. I mean... Alright, this needs 15 pipes per second and 7.5 iron per second. So we're not even giving it enough iron per second just from these two yellow things. Okay, I feel like maybe I need a proper build for this iron pipe stuff. Like a proper mega base level build, because right now this is just not cutting it. Now, how much pipes require 1.5 to 1.5? So we could use up a full yellow belt to keep one of these guys happy. And I feel like that's exactly what we're going to do. And this is 1.5. So technically it needs 5. It needs 5 machines. All trying to make it happy. There we go. Is the most impressive underground pipe setup you've ever seen. Alright, you're going to be picking up from here. You're going to be picking up from there. And then you'll be dropping off here. You'll be dropping off there. You're going to be dropping off there. You're going to be dropping off there. You are going to be dropping off here. And you are going to be picking up there. So it gets the iron and it puts it in there. This one gets there. This one gets there. These two are for iron for here. And pipes, underground pipes. Where's my underground pipes? 3 per second. And I'll just do that. Okay. So, boom, 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 boom. That's a very impressive build, if I don't say so myself. Now, the real question is, should we be making pipes with anything else other than iron? We could make it with copper, because we do have lots of extra copper, but then again, I've already cut off copper, so not really. Bronze, no. Steel, hell no. Plastic, no. Brass, no. Okay, so it's going to be iron. There are some mods, I think it's Space Exploration, where you can do pipes with like stone bricks and stuff like that. And it's like a great sink for stone bricks, but yeah. This is going to be awesome. This is literally, this build just makes underground pipes and it uses up a full 15 iron per second. So it is very, very sweet. We just need those power poles and then it'll be kicked off. How is it? How is this still red? 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Oh, it needs 15. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but we can't provide you with 15 pipes per second. I mean, maybe we could, but that would require more than a full belt. We'd be using up 1.5 full belts of iron plate just to make this. And I'm not sure I'm ready to give that many of my resources to the underground, the iron pipe to grounds. That should be enough to get us over this line anyway. We're already down to 1k, so... And all of these guys are good, and I've lost my car once again, which is unfortunate, but... Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go drive down and fill up these sulfuric acid containers again, because we do need to get them filled up in preparation for the crystal catalyst, which I still want to get kicked off this this episode. I still want to kick them off, but... Oh, look at all the trees. One day we will delete all these trees, but it is just too much at the moment. I mean, my bots will just be crippled. My electricity will be crippled if I try and... Like, my electricity's not doing too bad. But it's not like we have tons of electricity to spare that we can just start throwing it aside anytime we want. Here we go. There's where all my bloody chests went. All my red chests. I need to turn these guys on. There we go. Haven't had them on for a while, actually. Probably would have helped the building a little bit quicker. So anyway, that's going to give us a lot more underground pipes, so that should be finished off a lot quicker. Everything is looking fairly good here, except I would have expected tin. Doesn't look like we're producing enough tin, which is fine. Tin, because of no ore, because of no mineral catalyst. Same old, same old. And then lead. Lead, I just don't think I ever actually built any trains for lead ingots. What are you guys doing? Get rid of that. You look like you need to do some lead ingot stuff. Full cargo, unload, empty cargo, nope. Refuel and depot, and give me some lead ingots. Wrong tab. All right. So that takes care of the solder. And while we're here, let's queue up another... Let's queue up 6 trains. So we got plenty of options. Might make it a little bit awkward if we need a fluid train next, because I'll be blocking all of them, but it should be fine. Okay, let's double check. I assume these guys are just low on steel pipes or something like that. Bronze pipes. Hold up a sec. Okay, they're low on bronze. And this is bronze pipes, and the bronze pipes are low on bronze. Okay. We are out of bronze. I feel like something happened over here. Oh, of course. Of course. We shut off the copper ore. And shutting off the copper ore... Well, I have been meaning to destroy this area anyway. So what we'll do is we'll close this area off. And then we'll close these guys off. And then we will start letting some copper ore go through there. And I have a feeling that's definitely outside of our robot network, so I'm going to have to go down and manually fix that up myself. But yes, these things, man, you just never think of these things at the time when you're actually doing them. And that's a power pole that we just destroyed. That's all right, the bots will fix that up. Turn on our robots so they can immediately fix our cart and then get lost in the wilderness because we're going too fast. All right, we'll turn them off again. Hey, we're back down in our base. In our starter base, anyway. Whoop. All right. All right, beautiful. So that'll get some copper ingots back down here. We can probably trash the rest of these guys. I'm just going to leave them for now. But yeah, that should be enough to get a bit of bronze going. And this is looking pretty good. Well, we still only got 2 bases putting out mineral catalyst. We really must have just some very critical underground belts missing in other places. Yeah, not a single one of them producing mineral catalyst yet. It's got to be underground belts. Because that's the problem with things like underground pipes, sorry, is just you're missing 1 or 2 of them and everything just goes down the toilet. All right, you are... Okay, so we got some lead ingots on the way. That should be nice. What are we going to do next? Because I didn't really have much planned beyond steel red belts at this point. Obviously, the next major thing that we need is crystal catalysts. And then we also need to start moving over a bit. Maybe what I should do is laying down some of this. Okay. And then we need a T intersection here, a T intersection there, and a straight there. And then we need some stations. And we really want stations because the stations have radars in them. And putting down radars will give us a lot more visibility. So basically, this is going to be like aluminium and silver and zinc or whatever the hell the next couple is. Silicon, stuff like that. So that's where these 4 are going to be down here. And we're just going to start making their ingots. Now, it is a little bit out of place because we did make steel ingots up here. So I'm not sure if I actually want to use this. I may just use these 3 and I may just leave this blank. So then the ingots match going from the south to the north. So, since we've decided we're not going to do crystal catalyst yet, let's have a look. What else do we need for green science? Electronic circuits, wooden boards, not a bad thing to just make. Although I'm kind of wondering if it's even worth it. Because you make wooden boards from wood. Wood is used for wooden chests, wooden boards, shotguns, cellulose fiber, resin. Okay, so things like resin make me think maybe... Because resin is another way of making liquid resin. And liquid resin is something that we'll need for like fiberglass board, stuff like that. So makes me think that I might want to, it's fine that we're just sending the wood down, that we're not just converting it to wooden boards immediately. But on the other hand, I mean, wood, if we have a look back in here, wooden boards, the only way to make them is from wood. That's it. Have a look at the stack sizes, 200 and 200. So it really doesn't make sense to have a separate base just for wooden boards. I think what we might do is whenever we need wooden boards, we'll just ship in wood and convert them to wooden boards on site. Because there's never going to be any different way of creating wooden boards. So whenever we need them, we'll just make them. All right. So do we want to think about basic circuits here? That's a nice simple thing that we know we need that we could make here. Now let's have a little bit of a look at basic circuits, because I know we could, what we've been doing so far is just saying, okay, there's inserters, so we need a little bit for inserters, which I think are green science. Automation packs is just a one-to-one. And I think my intermediate aim is going to be 1 red belt of blue science. I don't think we want to go too much more than that. 1 red belt of science. I don't think we could go much. I mean, blue science is going to be screwing us over. But then again, 1 red belt of science is 1.8k SPM, which is definitely in megabase territory. So we'll do 1.8, and then when we get max level science, max level buildings, when we got green belts and we've got inserters that can do 1 million items per second, that's the point where we'll say, all right, do we want to jump up to 5? Do we want to jump up to 10? What are we doing here? When we got max level prod modules. But for now, let's just aim for 1 red belt of science. So in that case, electronic circuits need wooden boards. These guys don't need basic circuits. Engine units. Nothing else needs basic circuits. Although, all right, let's just double check here. So we need 1 basic circuit per science. Over here, electronic circuits don't need them. The inserters do, though. So the inserters definitely need it. So I need two red belts of basic circuits. Okay. 2 full red belts of basic circuits. We're not producing enough copper for that. 2 full red belts. Yeah, we're not building enough copper for that, because if you think about it, 2 red belts of basic circuits is 2 full belts of wood, which we can handle, and 6 full belts of copper wire, which means 1.5 full belts of the wire coils. And right now we're only producing 1 full belt of the wire coils. We could duplicate this station. And I mean, have a look at this. So we got 15, so that's taking 300. And this is doing 300. Realistically, we should be fine, because here's the thing, right? We are taking 4 ingots. We're producing 6 ingots worth of copper, and we're using 4 of them here and 1 of them over there. So we've got enough copper ingots to have 1 extra. But then again, we don't need it, because we're producing the copper plate. We're using half of it to make the copper plate, but we don't use the copper plate for science anywhere. Like engines don't use it. Okay, that one uses it, but it's not going to use as much. I mean, it's 1 copper plate per electronic circuit. So we're probably okay. So we could potentially build another one of these. Or maybe we just duplicate this base. I don't know. But for now, I think we... let's just take in what we need to take in. Station unload. So that's going to be wood. Wood. And we could do a nice little mix and match session here. I always forget where wood is. And then over here we do copper wire coils. And over here we do copper wire coils. And then there are our basic circuit boards. And technically, yeah, technically right now with the copper wire coils we're creating, we can't do 1.8 KSPM. We'd be doing something like, what's 2/3? We would be doing 1.2 KSPM, but, and we probably need copper wire coils for other stuff as well. Actually, I'm not sure because you don't really use any copper. There's no copper required for this. Transistors, no, just a little bit of copper for that. But then again, you know, transport belts, no, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyway. So we're just going to build 2 identical little stacks here. Once again, going to be doing red belt stuff here. And I think for the first time, we're going to start to use the electronics assembly machines. Because they're nice and small. And yeah, they got a pretty decent, like this crafting speed 0.75, this crafting speed 1. So they're nice and fast. All right. So let's have a look here. If we make these 1 per second. All right. Oh, you can use these to make wooden boards as well. All right. And can you use these to uncoil? You can. Alright. So these take 3 per second. This one does 16. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. Okay. You know what? I think for simplicity's sake, we're just going to do this. So you are all 1 per second. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're short. And then you... three, and then 3, and then... like so, and then this one... like so. Now, power poles are going to be a bit of a problem, so we're going to have to do this and this. Actually, that's not a problem at all, is it? So you do 2 per second. So this one. And we'll always put those inserters on the top side. Alright. Alright. It's 4. Yeah, so we need a power pole there. I'm just trying to match this up so we don't have massive amounts of wacky power poles everywhere. I think it kind of just works itself out, to be honest. All right. Got 16. And we've got 30. Exactly 30. Okay. So now we just need you to be there. All right. That covers that. That covers that. 30. So that, okay, so that's 30 per second doing that. Fantastic. And this one has both. This one has both. We're way overbuilding on the electronics assembly machines for the copper wire, but oh, almost forgot. Need to make those all long inserters. 2.35 is definitely enough speed for that. Technically, we actually only need the slow inserters for the copper cable as well, because we, what do we need? We only need like 6 output. So there's 3, so this needs 6. So 6 divided by 4 is 1.5. So yeah, we could actually just make these the slow ones because they're not going to be needed to be the full ones. So that is absolutely fine. Okay, done and done. And we're no longer low on pipes. Still low on red belts, but no longer low on pipes. Still like we got some last minute. Actually, I'm not seeing any last minute. Why? Ah, I see. Last minute washing plants, I guess. Okay, I'm not sure about these guys. Are you... This pipe should be watering something? Okay. Too much of that going on. Too many trees in the way, so I can't see what the hell's going on. Oh, there we go. Looks like we have some issues with... What do you mean red? Can we not put water fill there? We should be able to. Alright. Yeah, a lot of these pumps having problems. They're all good. All good. That one's dead. I'm really hoping this behavior doesn't apply to the big pumps as well. Doesn't look like it. But, god damn it. I need another bit of water fill. And here we've just got no water fill at all. Please tell me we can put water fill on top of ore. Looks like we can. That would have been very awkward if we weren't allowed to do that, but put some there as well, and then fix these up. Okay. Let's double check on the washing plants. If there's anything specific holding them up. No, they're just slow. And I had to wait for all these other machines to get the pipes going. It's always the pipes, isn't it? At offset near long power pole, and there we go. That'll give the pipes a bit more of a whoosh. How are we doing over here? Got some lead. Very nice. You got salt? You must have got some tin. Obviously didn't get much tin, but you must have got some of it. We got molten lead everywhere, which is nice. You haven't got any though. It would help if we actually set the recipes, I'm sure. Alright, how are you doing now? Molten solder. What do we get in here? Molten lead. That's not good. That's why some of these guys are working, because they're all just set to the wrong recipe. Alright, molten lead. Get the hell out of there. Alright, now we're... Well, I'm not saying we're cooking with gas, but at least now we're doing the right thing. Alright. Capture that. Capture that. I hate these long blueprints where you have to... I don't care if the tree is in the way. Alright, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Get rid of those trees. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm not sure if we got wood. We've definitely got trains of this. We had trains with that. I may have switched them over. We definitely had... No, we do. We do still have trains. Waiting at... But I think I was messing around with these and I changed the station over to tin. Yeah, that's right. I did change a station over to tin. And then it accidentally messed with these trains. So I had to fix them all up. Okay. So that should affect all of them. And there's only one station that actually loads it, so that's why it's just sitting there. Alrighty, let's have a look here. There we go. There's some copper cable. Wood, I don't think we've got a train for it yet. Let's go over here. And let's go ahead and make this guy. We've almost got everything. We don't have bronze though. We could steal a bit. Here's what we do. That's a little bit cheeky, but that's fine. That'll get bronze on this belt. And then... Why do I keep using the fast inserters for all this stuff? I really don't know. Shift L. Okay, done. Done, done, done. How's our steel? I mean, our steel is still going pretty good. We're actually not using that much of it. I guess because we're just making belts. We're already filled up on the underground, so... Bronze, apparently it's just... We just don't have enough bronze. 2 bronze per belt. That's a decent amount. And over here... Yeah, we were never really making that much bronze to begin with, so... I can understand why it's so slow, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. And we were just waiting on washing plants and pumps. You look like you're broken. All the other ones are either fixed or waiting to be placed, so we'll just ignore those for now. Power poles waiting to be placed, and then they'll fix those up. Okay, do we have a wood train? Doubtful. Okay, let's get some wood trains going here. This is the depot. It's not my refilling station. All right, let's fix this up. I always forget where wood is. It's in one of these tabs. Surely there it is. Why is wood all the way down the bottom? I got no idea. Okay. Unload till empty. Refuel. And depot. And for those of you wondering, I'm creating 3 trains for every single group no matter what. And then if I absolutely need to, I add more. But I never add less. And our depot so far is pretty good. What's waiting down here? Ore, slag, mineral catalyst, tin ingots. Things that will be pretty much fixed soon. Maybe not slag, but all the other ones should be fixed pretty soon. We do have a decent amount of mineral catalyst coming through right now. Once all these belts get upgraded, it'll be a lot better. But yeah, once these belts get upgraded, it'll be a lot better. Because yeah, this one belt absolutely needs to be a red belt. Like, this is a critical belt in the entire process. We might even be able to not upgrade everything else, and it'll still be, this one will be the major thing. But obviously we do need to upgrade all the rest, just to be safe. Alright. So let's get back to it. Let's just get back to what we're doing. So we can do red circuits now. We could make a station for iron gear wheels. I've never done that in the past. And to be completely honest, like, here's the thing, right? If we were shipping around iron plate, then you can make an argument. But we're not shipping around iron plate, we're shipping around iron sheet coils, and so there is no argument to be made. Iron sheet coils are twice as efficient to train around as iron gear wheels. And whenever we need iron gear wheels, we just ship in some sheets and convert them into gear wheels, and we're fine. So, that's automation science taken care of. This science, we got the solder, wooden boards. We can make basic electronic components. We will make on site. We'll use tinned wire and carbon. So let's think about this. Electronic circuits. Because I reckon we can make that. It's probably not going to be too hard to make. I'm just wondering how much of it we need. Engines, no. Advanced circuits, no. So we don't need it for blue science at all, which is really nice. So technically, and transport belts and inserters don't need it. I want to do we can do a little bit of a skip forward and see if this guy needs it. Express inserters probably do. These guys probably do. So theoretically for green signs, we just need one red belt. Alright, so 1 red belt of solder we definitely got. 1 wooden board. We definitely got 4 red belts of basic electronic components. 1 red belt of carbon, that's alright. And then tin wire. We've got tin wire coils. So that's fine. I reckon we just build 1 belt of electronic. We could go fancy and make 2 red belts of electronic circuits. And we do actually have the room in the base to make it. So maybe we should. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll do exactly what I did before for this one. So we got 4 different inputs for this. And 1 output. So I'll just do boom, 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 boom. And then if we want to add more on again, we can do that. Okay, let's just do that over there. So station load, electronic circuits, and then station unload. This is going to be solder. How do I want to do this, actually? Because we could reuse this exact same recipe, right? This exact same setup. I think I'm going to reuse this exact same setup, in which case we don't want that there. What we want is we want the wire things on the right-hand side, which means we want... How do we make these things again? Oh. So we want solder and wooden boards on the left, tinned wire and carbon. Okay. Let's unload carbon. We'll get the carbon out first. And then the tinned wire coil. Is that how we did that over here? Yeah, that works. We could even reverse this almost. Tinned wire coil. Gonna need a bunch more train groups, but that's fine. Skip one station, and then this is where we get the solder. Where is my solder? There it is. It's all the way down there. And then we get the wood. And then we get the load station for green circuits. And we'll just build one at the moment, because one is all we need. And I'm going to go ahead and just remove every single tree, because they're going to annoy me quite a lot while I'm building this. We don't actually need to delete that power pole for once. That is amazing. Alright. So, let's get started. We're just going to copy and paste this to start off with. I could line it up exactly if I really wanted to, which I do. Now we change this over to that. And it's still 1 per second. So we need exactly the same amount. And now we just need these to be for solder instead. So it's producing 24. Again, we only need 1. Solder is the near one, which is correct. One and then over. 2 and then over. Okay, so this needs to be... I know I'm like the most anal player in the entire world, but it's fine. I'm allowed to be this anal. I have a license. So, anyway. Ding, 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 ding. All right. That is a thing of beauty. Have we actually checked all it... Well, it's got everything now. Okay, I refuse to believe that we have not created a single one of these electronics things. We set up the build. It's not working. Why is it not working? Bronze. Okay. That would explain it. Okay, now we're actually doing some work. And we don't have the next level. It's probably blue science. All right. Is what it is. What's still going on here is literally just red belts. Everything else is sorted except for red belts. All right, let's double check the pumps. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Not great, but still waiting. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. And in all of these tanks, we've actually got viscous mud water, so there's no... There's no shenanigans where these guys aren't working. In this case, this one is not actually hooked up. All need to be hooked up properly. 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, that's a thing of beauty. Everything looking good over here. We've already got some carbon coming in, which is very nice. Solder, we don't have trains yet. Wood, we do have trains. We just don't have the circuits yet, so it's currently train limit 0 of 0, but that'll get fixed soon. Tin wire. This might be a good time to actually get the tin trains going, because I think we are ready for them. Yeah, this station is definitely ready for them. Let's get the tin wire coil first. Because we're actually using that. Tinned wire coil. We have to start using the search function for this soon. Empty, refuel, and depot. Don't ask me why I always put the refuel one first. It's just something I like doing. And then we need some more trains. And this will be for the sheet coil, which we definitely do want at the main base. We've already got the belt for it over here. Come on, bots. Come on, my crazy, broken, stupid bots, which do weird things. How's this warehouse going over here? Still got 14k in it, so that's quite a lot. Quite a lot. But yeah, I need my broken bots to come along and... Oh, actually I don't. I'm just down here, so we can just walk over and fix it up. And I've pretty much given up just sort of cleaning up old belts that I don't need anymore in this area. I'm just sort of like, leave them where they lie, that sort of thing. I promise when we create the Mega Mall, it will look a lot nicer. One thing I probably should do is put a radar here, but I'm a bit lazy, so I'm not going to. This tree is actually annoying me, but anyway. So, got some tin wire coils. The loading speed on these are still terrible. Like, it's doing almost 50 items per second, but it's still terrible because everything stacks at 200. What were we doing? We were building this, weren't we? That's right. And I think we're pretty close to building the crystal catalyst. The red belt shortage is still pretty awful, but... Oh, we got some of these being built now, which is nice. That Roboport annoys me. That Roboport annoys me quite a lot. Yeah, you know what? I'm getting rid of it. We don't really need a Roboport every single place. Okay, so... That's a 2 gap. We need to do this because otherwise we wouldn't be able to have power. So we are going to do this. And yeah. We do have some level of fancy inserters, but we don't have enough that they can stretch over truly big gaps yet. Ooh, could we actually do something like this? That would be funky. Okay, you are doing 2.5 per second. That is problematic. That is extremely problematic. That's extremely problematic. Damn, I didn't think they'd be that slow. Okay, well. What are we going to do about this, then? Because that's... Hang on a sec. This thing has a crafting speed of 1. 2 seconds... Oh, I thought it was quicker than that. All right. 5 every 2 seconds. Okay. So you had 2.5 per second. You need 4. So we need 2 of these machines for every one of these. Okay. How do we make this happen? I don't want to rearrange this stuff on the left. I just don't. I mean, the right answer is to rearrange this stuff on the left. Make it twice as high. But we're not, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I'm going to do this instead. So 2.5, 2.5. So 3 of these is 7.5, which is still not enough for 2 of these. So we need 2 per. So let me just... Alright. So I'm going to mess around with some stuff here. You need 4 per second, which means the single faster inserter can take care of it, which is great. If I do this, and I do you dropping there, your speed is still 4.44 per second. Could move the power pole out a bit, but we'll leave it like that for now. It looks a bit janky, but it's fine. This outputs 2.5 per second. Okay, we're going to need some more room here. You need to be doing that. And your pickup position is here. So you're picking up from there. You're putting into there. No, you're tinned wire, aren't you? Whoops, wrong one. Okay, so this produces 16 per second. Okay, actually, let's redo this a little bit. I thought of a slightly better way to do it. Okay, so we're going to start off here. We might need some belt weaving to make it work in this smaller footprint. But I love this to be like that. And then you guys are putting out like that. And you guys are putting out like that. And then where we got some red undergrounds. Now, the only problem with this is this. This particular one still needs carbon. We could put another one like that. So you pick up from there, and you drop there, and you drop there. Because it doesn't need too much carbon. We don't even need the fast inserters if we don't need to. Okay. And then this one is picking up from here and dropping there. And then we also need you to be picking up from there and you to be picking up from there. Okay, so this is the carbon belt right here. Carbon belt is taken care of. We got some tin copper wire coming down here, going in there. This guy is producing 2.5, 2.5. And Bob's your uncle. Now the power pole's over here. Can we do anything about this? Yeah, I think we just do that. Because then we can bring the power poles all the way up. And we don't have to worry about blocking the belts that are coming in. Okay. That's pretty sweet. And then, yeah. Oh, you guys need to be dropping there and dropping there. Now, power, power, power. Okay. And this one... Actually, we'll make that go there. You can go up like that. You can go up like that. And that's all within the area that it needs to be. So this is tinned wire coils, goes in here, gets thrown apart. Okay, so theoretically, I need to delete that, but theoretically, just need to get rid of that, and that was it. There we go. Beautiful little electronic circuits build with a very, very, very unconventional way of getting the electronic components in there. And for the sake of... Do I actually want to do that? Yeah, just for the sake of it. I don't kind of like it because it means you've got an uneven number of underground belts in the entire base, but... Okay, so that connects to that, so that'll sort out the power when it eventually all gets hooked up. But what's your problem? Your solder. We don't have solder yet, apparently. Do we have tin? We don't have... Alright, well, we'll get solder first. But then I do need to get tin. The tin sheets. You know what? I can see tin sheets right now, so let's just do those. Full cargo. It's weird. You double click and it doesn't actually just automatically select it. 2, 3. All right, beautiful. Let's take a look at this. There was one place where we were still waiting for it to build. And we're still waiting for it to build. My God, that's taken forever. These are all dark blue though. Are we out of water fill? I know we were building water fill up down there, but I'm pretty sure I created another water fill somewhere else. Actually, yeah, here we go. Okay, we've got plenty of water fill. Why the bots aren't putting it down? I don't know. Let's just... Okay. It really doesn't like it when you ask it to place it over ore, I guess. I'm having to shift click to actually place it over there. And even then it still doesn't want to. Huh. Oh no. I think I'm going to go over there manually and try and do it myself. I do have water fill, I do have a car, and let's go over there and let's do it. Am I walking faster than normal? It's a bit hard. I'm not sure if I am, but it feels like I am for some reason. I'm really not sure. So anyway, in addition to getting the mineral catalyst farmed up a bit and doing some stuff on the, whatchamacallit, on the starter base, we have created 3 new bases: solder, basic circuit boards, and electronic circuits, which is very nice, which I'm very happy about. So, yeah. But I definitely, I've said it once and I'll say it again, I definitely want to get the crystal stuff going this episode. And I think this is, I mean, they're pretty close. It's just red belts and stuff that they're waiting on. But let's go ahead. Look at all these guys just taking a break, being nice and lazy. You can see these gaps left here are because it only puts down water fill where it absolutely needs it. When it's... Okay. Bots are going over there. And they're stalling. Alright, they're stalling. Water fill does not want to get put over ore. Wonder if that's a setting. Water fill. Nope. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to keep that in mind. So if I do up here instead, that's fine. Where's my landfill? Do I have any landfill? No, didn't think so. All right. That's right. Landfill. Of course, landfill isn't on the first tab. It's on this tab over here. So we're going to landfill. And these stupid robots are going to be... Alright, so we've got landfill there. I should be able to just... Okay, we're missing a little bit of landfill on the left-hand side. I guess I didn't build it high enough. I thought that was plenty high, but maybe not. Okay. You know what? I'm going to wait here for the landfill. to come down, and then we'll see exactly what we're working with. And we're going to turn off these stupid bots because they keep trying to put landfill in areas that they're not allowed to. But yeah, that is annoying. Luckily on the other rest of this area we don't have any more ore. Actually, how much ore is here? Not a huge amount. We could just mine it out if we really, really wanted to. But I don't care that much. I'm happy to just move it up a bit. Look at all these robots doing all of their little robot stuff. We can see already. Oh, that's what we needed to do. I forgot about that. You are... We'll wait until all these machines get built and then we'll decide. Because we definitely want... oh, that's definitely something I forgot. We need these to be fast. Very, 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 very fast. And we also need to adjust the sides that the inserters are putting it onto these belts. So they're putting it on both sides of these belts. And, okay, beautiful. So you should be offset. I think by default it goes on the right, and this one will go on the right. So this one, I think we'll need to offset that one. Yeah. Just this one, if we just offset this one, then that should be all we need to do. Bottom, 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 bottom. Okay. Because this one will already put on the top, this one will put on the bottom, and this one will put on the top by default. We could manually override it to be there if we really wanted to. I don't think there's not really a reason to do that, but it's nice from a symmetry point of view, so I guess we might as well. All right, well, let's have a look over here. All right, we've got... Okay, they're missing a lot of machines, which is why we aren't actually getting a full belt. We should be getting a full yellow belt, but it's just missing so many machines, so that's fine. Solder. Replace that water. This one is 100% doing a great job. Let's start constraining these. 5, 6, 7. I pressed the button accidentally. I want 3 trains worth, I think, for this. I think that's all we need, especially for like coils and stuff. Unless it's a major coil like iron. I think three trains is enough. Again, with these, I don't think we need too much. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, this might bite us in the butt a little bit later when we start to make bigger trains, bigger train cargo wagons. Because then, instead of being 3 trains worth, this will only be a train and a half's worth. But we'll deal with that problem later. It's so far down the line that I don't really think we need to worry about that right now. All right, well, it's good to see it's kind of working anyway. Like this little area kind of working. Come on, landfill. Maybe I should be keeping some landfill in my inventory as well. Just like, give me a little bit of water fill, 1 stack, and then I believe landfill was over here. Give me a stack of that as well. And let me double check. Hopefully I am actually creating landfill somewhere. All right, here's a thing, right? Landfill. Okay, we are. We are actually creating landfill. Using the world's slowest inserter. But that's fine. Okay. No. Alright. Right, landfill over there as well, please. Okay, that looks good. Now, let's start actually getting this stuff copied over. I'm just going to copy over one thing at this point. Well, I suppose 2 rows, but... Okay. Lines up, lines up, lines up, everything lines up. Alright, beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and update this guy for the new crystal catalyst. Now, 90% of the procedure for mineral catalyst and crystal catalyst is the same. The only difference is this recipe. So this one creates the mineral sludge and it takes in mineralized water. This one produces a crystal seedling, it takes in purified water. So we've already got a clarifier set up for the mineralized water, which is fully capable of destroying every single bit of mineralized water that gets created up there. So we don't need to worry about it. So all we need to do is change these to be that. And then we need to get rid of this pipe. This annoyingly long, stupid pipe. We don't need it anymore. I don't know why I'm updating 2 of these at the same time. And I'm probably accidentally pulling bots out of the air, which I shouldn't be doing. Go fly free. But that, yeah, just happens. Okay. So, now we need to get some purified water for these guys. Thankfully, they take 25 times 6, so they take 150 purified water per second. Now, if I whack down a hydro plant 2... which I can't actually whack down there because I'm standing in the way, but... no, I still can't whack it down. I'd love to just whack it down in this area. And I think I probably will. Might have to put some undergrounds on belts in various places, but... actually, what might be okay is doing it like this. I don't think we're bringing water down this far. So we'll have to get some water down again. But the point is, this one hydro plant produces 150 purified water per second. Which is all we need. Where's my water fill? And give me one of these. It's always in a weird place, isn't it? Then we just need a clarifier, which it doesn't look like I have any of, but that's fine. We will make do. I might as well put it over here if we're going to do that. Don't really need that. For most of the time anyway, we don't really need that. And then just need to get this up to here. We'll just do this. Could also send it over the other side and actually, you know what? Maybe I will. That way we don't have to have this weird thing up the top. And I'll actually delete all this and place it down again. I'm going a little bit crazy here, but you know what? It's sulfuric acid, so we can easily just connect all of these together. We don't need a separate output train for anything else. We just have one output train for crystal catalyst and mineral catalyst, which means this setup is completely fine. Okay. Do you need to be there? No, you don't. In which case, do you need... You kind of do. Alright, we'll move you over a fair bit, though. And that's pretty much it. That's all we need. Well, obviously we need to... We actually need better catalyzers for this. We need these ones, I believe. So those ones need to be made, and they require brass, aluminium, advanced circuits, concrete bricks. Okay, so maybe making this build was a little bit premature, but we can build it, and we can build everything except for these guys. Speaking of which, I think I need 2,000 of these to fill in all of these guys. But yeah, now that we've got this, let's just copy and paste the whole lot a bunch more times, because why the hell not? We might as well. Just a sec. That worked, didn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that worked. I think it's got a whole bunch of red blocks everywhere because it's... Okay, there's our 10. And to make things a bit nicer, let's just get rid of every single tree remaining in this area. I wonder if this will work. I have a feeling this won't work. Not even close to working. Not even close. Well, I'm not going to worry about that until later because this is basically just homework for the bots at the moment. They're just going to go through and they're going to do their homework, but we need to scrap together some aluminium plate and some blah, 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 blah to actually get these buildings built. But the thing is, we need the crystal catalyst because I want to jump straight into these pure recipes for pure aluminium and pure silicon and stuff like that. So aluminium, we do actually need, we'll just need to make these 20 machines manually, which is fine. You know what? I am actually gonna... It's really not using much coal, is it? It's really not. I think I'm just going to reuse this train. Because no matter what I do, I don't think we're going to come anywhere close. I mean, alright, so this is 0.5, this is 1. Okay, so this is 10. So at full speed, actually, never mind. That's going to be using 10 coal per second. Okay, so never mind. I'm not going to do that. It's going to have its own coal train. Which is going to go right over here. And... Damn it. I always hate it when that happens. That's alright. We will do the best we can. And by that, I mean do something janky like that. Alrighty. And should be one more over at the end. Beautiful. And this is probably the point where I run out of yellow belts. Because I got plenty at home, but the bots are going to take 1,000,000 years to deliver them to me. Oh god, that looks terrible. That looks so freaking awful. Alright, here's what we're going to do. There, that looks a lot better. Looks a huge amount better. Now, these produce 6 per second. These produce 8 per second. I don't think it really matters because these are still producing 25 per second. These are still producing 25. So even though these produce 8, we're not actually making use of the additional productivity. So I want to keep making the belts for the rest of this, but we're going to run out of belts. So I might as well just sit here twiddling my thumbs, waiting for the bots to deliver the stuff. But then again, we're over the 2-hour limit for my stream. It's not really a limit, but I feel like we've probably done enough. Let's just double check. So solder coils going pretty good. Yeah, we've actually started to get some tin in there at the moment. Okay, that needs to be fixed. That would explain why these belts aren't full, because they definitely should be. Oh, that's not good. That's what 1.4 gigawatt, 1.5 gigawatts. What the hell? What the hell? How is that what we're doing over here? It looks like we're running out of coal as well. 1.2 gig. Is this? This has got to be just all robots. I mean, mining, sure, but robots as well. 2.5 gigawatts. What the? Look, all right. When it says Okay, what the hell is happening here? We're up to like 5 gigawatts. There is no way that we're using up 5. Okay, I think what that number is going up is basically saying this is how much I want, and it keeps going up as the accumulators drop off, because that's technically it could use up 8.7 gigawatts to fill up all the robots, all the accumulators simultaneously. Yeah. But the rest of it's not like any of these machines are like, give me 8.7 gigawatts or anything like that. It's not like that's happening. All right, we got some not enough logistics network storage space available. That is probably because of this. The robots run out of charge, and then suddenly the logistics network splits into multiple areas, and robots that are trapped in this area are suddenly like, hey, where's all my storage? But as soon as the power comes back online, that should be fine. And speaking of which, we don't have any interim plans to get more power. So we're relying solely on the solar, the solar power plant that we have at the moment until we get blue science. So we may need to, here's the thing. The proper build that we want for solar requires substations. And even if I hack for some blue science to get substation research, it's not going to help because substations require red circuits. And we can't hack red circuits. Well, we could, and technically we already have, but I don't want to be relying on these hacks. And looks like, yeah, so this is low because this is low, because this is low, then we guess no, it's not actually the liquid resin. Liquid resin's fine. Oh, it's these other ones, tin and copper. Although liquid resin, I imagine that's going to run out pretty soon because we haven't got any more aluminium in there to make methanol and formaldehyde, so that would be on the edge of falling over anyway. But yeah, even if we got tin and pop out in there to fix that up. But anyway, the point is, oh, this is perfectly empty. I thought it might have had a few red circuits left over, but we did our estimates too well. How's our power looking now? Yeah, our base is entirely using the 408 megawatts that we're providing it. And it's all robots. Like, we must have such an incredible amount of currently active robots doing currently active robot things. Which is fair enough, because we've given them a huge amount of work to do. But they're doing a pretty good job. Look at these rows. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, we haven't been in solar. Why are we looking in solar? I could have sworn I created some solar. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. There's a lot of weird microphone stuff that's been happening. Hopefully I wasn't just muted for like the last 20 minutes or anything like that, but I just fixed it up. Now, you know what it is? I've got a PS5 controller plugged in for when I was playing Final Fantasy V a few days ago. And it seems to mess with a lot of stuff because it's got its own microphone, it's got its own speaker, and it seems to do all sorts of weird crap. And it messes with Steam as well, so maybe I'll double check that afterwards to see how much audio I lost. Hopefully not too much, but basically I haven't been doing much. I've basically just been saying, okay, here we are, we want to get some stuff going. So we got green circuits, is looking beautiful, and I think we're going to end the episode off there. And yes, beautiful. I mean, there's 4 people watching it, and nobody said that my microphone was dead, so hopefully it hasn't been dead for too long. Or maybe OBS was just like, blah, whatever. Or maybe people like to watch me on silent. They just like to watch the video and they just like to put it on silent and just watch it in the background. That's certainly possible, in which case my microphone breaking meant absolutely nothing whatsoever. But that's cool. We only got like a few of these guys actually running. And already we've got a decent belt of these green circuits. So I'm happy. All right. We're going to finish the stream off here. And then I'm going to go have some dinner. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you guys next time. Testing.